All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down a powerful playbook, really for anyone who's ever been counted out or felt underestimated. We're going to explore how you can turn being overlooked into your single greatest weapon.
Just let that one hang in the air for a second. This isn't about being average. No, this is a strategy. It's about letting the world see a regular face in the crowd, while you are behind the scenes building something absolutely extraordinary.
And that really brings us to the core idea of this whole thing. What if the fact that nobody's paying attention to you? What if all the doubt and the low expectations? What if that's actually the perfect environment for you to grow, to focus, and to become completely unstoppable? To answer that, we're going to walk through 4 key stages of this journey. First, the realization that kicks everything off. Then, your weapon, the tool you'll use to build in private. After that, your fuel, what keeps you going. And finally, the arrival. That's when the work you did can no longer be ignored.
So let's jump into section 1, the realization. Because look, before you can ever change your life, you have to truly deeply understand what's on the line.
Man, this quote just nails it. It's about that light switch moment, that sudden gut punch of clarity when you stop sleepwalking through life and it hits you. The clock is ticking. This isn't a practice run. This is it.
So you have to understand, every single day you're making a choice. You're either building the life you truly want or you're building one you don't. And wasting your one and only shot living by someone else's rules, that's a price you just can't afford to pay.
Now this right here, this is what's so interesting. It frames the choice perfectly. See, you're going to face pain either way, right? That's kind of guaranteed. But the pain of staying the same, that's a slow decay. It leads to bitterness, to resentment. You actually shrink as a person. But the pain of growth? Oh yeah, it's hard. It can be incredibly lonely. But the person you become on the other side of that? Unstoppable.
All right, so that brings us to section 2. You get the stakes now. You know this is your one shot, so you need a strategy. And your weapon? It's not noise. It's not hype. It's silence.
Let's be crystal clear about this. This is not weakness. Strategic silence is an offensive move. It's you deciding to build real strength while everyone else is chasing followers. It's grinding in the dark while they're just talking in the light. This is about earning it, not just announcing it.
I mean, this analogy just says it all, doesn't it? True predators, the ones at the top of their game, they don't need an audience, they don't need validation before they make their move. Their confidence comes from their capability, not from applause.
So how do you actually use this weapon? The playbook's pretty straightforward. First, you shut out all the noise. Stop giving front row seats to people who are just waiting for you to fail. Second, you do the work when nobody is watching. This is where the real transformation happens, in the quiet, in the dark. Third, you take all that doubt you hear and you turn it into fuel. Let their disbelief power your engine. And finally, you prepare to shock them. Because the goal isn't just to be seen, it's to become so good that you're absolutely undeniable. And in the end, it all comes down to this one powerful choice. Are you living for the approval of the crowd, or are you living for your own purpose? Silence is what happens when you decide that the mission is the only thing that matters.
Okay, so you've had the big realization. You've chosen silence as your weapon. But man, that work is hard and it gets lonely. So how do you keep going when nobody's cheering for you? Well, that's what section 3 is all about. Let's talk about your fuel, unwavering belief.
The fuel itself is belief, but the engine that makes it run? Well, a lot of people call it manifestation or the law of attraction. And it's really the idea that your internal world creates your external one. You have to be able to see it in your mind before you can ever hold it in your hand.
And the key thing here isn't just daydreaming. It's about having this crystal clear vision and then having the guts to declare it, first to yourself and then through your actions. That combination creates an incredibly powerful force.
You can break the whole thing down into its most potent form right here. It's a 3-step process. First, you visualize the outcome with absolute clarity. Then, you speak of it as if it's already a fact. And finally, through all that silent work, you become the person for whom that reality is true.
So let's make this totally actionable. How do you do this? Step 1, see it clearly. Don't just glance at the idea, visualize it in intense detail. Step 2, write it down. And don't write I will be, you write I am, present tense. Step 3, read it and repeat it. Carry that thing with you. Read it until it moves from your head down into your gut. And the final step, you act like it's already done. You start making decisions as the person who has already achieved the goal.
And here's the bottom line. This is the non-negotiable starting point. You can't fake this. You can't ask someone else to believe for you. The belief has to be yours, and it has to be absolute, long before you have a single shred of proof to show for it.
Okay, let's bring this all home. We're moving to the final section where it all comes together. After the realization, after the silent work, after that unwavering belief, then comes the moment of truth. Section 4, the arrival.
This is the payoff. And it's not always a single event, it's a shift. The skills you built, the character you forged, the results you produced when no one was looking, suddenly they become public. And when they do, they are completely undeniable.
Yeah, your arrival isn't a quiet little announcement. It's a roar. It's an impact that is felt, not just seen. People won't be asking what happened. They'll be asking, how did that happen?
And what's wild is, at this point, you don't even have to say a thing. You don't need to point out who doubted you. Your success becomes this cold, hard, unarguable fact that silences critics more effectively than any argument ever could. It just is.
So we're going to end on this. And this is a question not for me to answer, but for you. After all the silent work, after choosing the pain of growth and fueling yourself with belief, when your time comes and your results finally walk into the room, what are they going to scream?